company, and my wife bought it, and it was not a good thing. I called up a mentor that mentored me 30 years prior to that, and I called him. I said, "Hey, Glenn, listen, I got this vision to build this company around the place." And he said, "I got the same vision." Now, what you don't know is Glenn owned Idle Funny Group, and they had quite a few branches. When I called him, he was in Texas. He got on a plane that night because he valued our relationship. And he flew back the next morning on a handshake. He made me a managing partner in a $160 million company. With me, he was about $15 million monthly sales on a handshake. And is that connection powerful or what? And Glenn taught me something. He taught me that relationships were important, and the value of your network is based on your relationships. Okay? And then I became a stock trainer and trained over 2,000 people. And then he also created a peak performance school at the same time. I actually did that for Carol Wilson. So I had a little background training, helping people down the street financially. All right. So what's missing in real estate besides the mentorship and the education and support in the community? I'm finding a lot of real estate investors are doing very well transactionally, but they're living on that money. And I've written a few books, a couple bestsellers, and I'm famous for a few quotes. Maybe you've probably heard of some of them. One of them is this: spending money goes, investment money grows. All right. Another one I have that I'm famous for is greatest investment one can make it for themselves. And isn't it funny that people come to me and they're making $200,000 a year and they're so excited about it? And yet we're going to show you some videos of some guys up here that are making, in my team, making about $50,000 to $75,000 a month doing multi-family flips out of Houston, Texas. But you know what the problem is? Because if you don't take real estate investing, which is transactional, because you're always out there hunting the deals, if you don't bring it into a business and learn how to leverage yourself and manage your business, you're always going to be working your butt off. What? Who wants to work their butt off? Nobody. So building a business is very important. In fact, it's paramount to building what? Assets that produce what? Cash flow. So I wrote a book. I didn't publish this one called 9 Multiple Streams of Income, because that's what I have coming into my household. But it's all congruent. You can't go over here and do something different. It's got to be tied in with my book sales, then my courses I sell. It's all congruent with what I do. But you understand that cash flow is what we want to teach you guys. How to create a business, how to create a team, and how to create cash flow so you're building assets. Wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be wonderful if you could meet enough people that you know, like, and trust that you could form a joint venture partnership with and trust them without worrying about legality, right? Wouldn't that be cool? They had an inner circle you could come to. Hey, we're going to buy an office building. Hey, we're going to buy a shopping strip. So this vision came to me. And it's crazy. You tell me what you think. You see, tonight, we're live streaming this through about 5 major cities. And we're going to build meetup groups called Make Money Now, Real Estate Investors, throughout the United States. Isn't that cool? Where people can come together through live streaming technology. Wouldn't that be wonderful? And wouldn't it be wonderful if you guys could get on those live streams and learn about how to brand yourself and build your brand message, how to target your audience and write the right message, so you're not working your butt off, right? That people are calling you because you're a person of attraction and not a person of promotion. Who wants to call people? Who wants to knock on doors? Do you? I don't want to do it. Wouldn't it be great if deals came to you? Wouldn't it be great if you had those relationships? Well, here's why we're doing this. Here's why. Because there's some changes that are happening in the United States today that you have to be aware of. I'm sure you are, right? You know the tax code change, right? You know that it's very expensive to buy real estate on the East Coast and the West Coast. Am I right or wrong? Where's the highest priced homes in America right now? Santa Clara, right? We know that, right? Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool if you could tap into a Houston market and make $40,000, $50,000, $60,000? Would that be a cool deal? If you can tap into that. How about if you can tap into the market in Denver, where we have a person up there that's going to start a meetup group, where she's buying these brand new homes, and before they close escrow in 6 months, you're making $100,000 a pop. Would you like to be part of that? Yeah. Would that be cool? See, it doesn't have to be here in California. If you want to stay local, that's okay. But if you went outside the state because you're connected in the community, because why? We're teaching and educating on a live stream basis. Would you go to our Facebook page? Would you join that page? Would you put the deals down?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
Now here's the one thing Frank's going to talk to when he comes up. We cannot take the responsibility of you guys doing deals. Please, don't be suing us. We're not going to bring you the deals. We're going to teach you how to find the deals. We have the money to write it for you. We're going to teach you how to bird dog, wholesale, fix and flip. But we're also going to teach you to do what? Build your balance sheet. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yes.
Build a balance sheet. Not worry about money the rest of your life. That you through crowdfunding, that you can get together with a few people that you know, like, and trust from all over the United States, and you can put your money into a project, right? And it's going to yield. And we're going to be overlooking those projects because we're going to put our money into it, right? So if we go down, you go down, right? Nobody wants to go down, right?
No.
There are so many deals out there. Now listen to me. I'm going to embarrass Lorraine Jackson. Now Lorraine and I met a meetup group, right? Lorraine. Okay, we met at a meetup group. She calls me up on the phone. She says, "I've never met her before." She calls me up on the phone. She says, "I don't know why she called me." She called me up on the phone. And she goes, "I need $25,000." I don't know you. I need $25,000. I need $25,000 to finish this job because these people have hard money on it. They're going to lose their home, and he's had, heart attacks and I don't know, cancer, right? Cancer,
Yeah.
3 to 4 different places. And I said, "Well, we have to own the property. We have to have control of the property." She said, "No, you can't do that." And she kept on and on and on and on and on, right? I couldn't get rid of it. All right, well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you $25,000. I want $50,000 back. I want a deed of trust, and I want a promissory note. Would you do it for me? She goes, "Yes." I called up Frank. I said, "Frank, I'll take 15. You want 10? He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Will you do the promissory note? Because I don't have time to do that." He goes, "I'll do all of that." So he did the deed of trust, promissory note, and everything else. Now it should close escrow. I mean, it's going to be on the market here pretty quick, right? Yeah, it's got a great price, right?
Yes, it's gonna be sold ASAP.
ASB, right?
Yep.
We're going to make 50. And then here's what's happened. She's finding us more deals. Now she's on our inner circle. Now she's going to run our project. Is that cool or what? How cool is that? Is that a lot of fun? Yeah. So connecting is a powerful thing. So we want to leave a safe zone here. We don't want you selling or fixing, but we want you to do one-on-ones. We want you to do speed networking. We want you to pass out your business card, your business brochure. Do you mind if I teach you a little bit of marketing? If I was hired by people making $200,000 a month, would that be okay?
Yeah.
That would be
If I
wonderful.
taught you a little bit about marketing, would that be okay? We wouldn't have to work so hard. You don't mind if I took a little time for that, right? Okay. All right. I want to do this real quick. I don't want to take all the time here. I want to take 15 minutes. I have 20. What I like to do is I like to show you a couple videos of, we're just going to run through them real quick. I'm going to start out by showing you a couple videos. There, you want to get it ready? Of guys in Houston and Philadelphia who open up meetup groups this month and next month. Is that cool? So we're going to be opening up these meetup groups all over the United States. My vision is this. Now don't forget, I built some pretty big companies. My vision is we'll be the largest real estate meetup group in the United States. And you know what? And I've written a funny book and I've written a plan. So if anybody, by the way, I ran 27 meetup groups called Successful Thinkers. Have you guys ever been a Successful Thinker? Right? Well, I was the VP of that whole group. Did you know that? Ran all 27 meetup groups in Northern California. So we have a plan here. Playbook to build and run new real estate mastermind groups. Would that be cool?
Yeah.
You think you might make a little money for creating some relationships and helping people out? Would you help us out?
Yes.
That'd be cool. All right, I'm going to show you a couple videos and then I'll bring my partner up here. He's going to dazzle you.
Did you want
Okay.
that first?
First one, yeah. That's a home that Mark Bristow sold, and I think he made about $20,000 on that one property there. He does multi-families. Go ahead and run Mark's video first out of Houston. And Mark's is closing a $75,000 deal this month on one wholesale. Is that cool? Oh, you can play Kobe first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. That's it. It's cute. He had a $100,000 month 2 months ago.
basically, even just a couple weeks ago, found a house that was flooded. The first thing found the flood house.
Yeah, just do that you can.
Contractors are backed up, they just can't get them in time, they don't want to deal with it. So, I offered this person $50,000 for their house. They got their insurance check. I said, look, y'all keep the check. I'll give you another 50, and then y'all just walk away. And they went back and forth. Anyway, ended up giving them $54,000. So, the house was already gutted. They'd already taken out sheetrock, baseboards, floors, everything was done. So all that work's done. I just got to go in and put it back together. But it's in a good area, and it'll be worth probably 200. And they can obviously put some money into it. But anyways, I called up one of my other investor buddies and said, hey, I got a house right now. I'll sell it to you $60,000. He said, okay. Went out there and took a look. He said, yeah, I can make this work. So I assigned that contract to him for $60,000. I never put up, well, I put up some earnest money, but I never put up any of my own money, use my own credit. All I did was find a deal, write the contract, assign that contract to him, and then they closed. They closed yesterday, and you'll see I'm walking away with a check from the title company made out to me for almost $6,000. There's some closing costs. But it's that simple, and there's so many houses in Houston right now, so much opportunity. People just don't want to take on the task of rebuilding. And you can come in here and just wholesale all day long. So, if being a real estate investor is something you want to do, now is the time. There's so much opportunity out here. Join us in the Meetup program. Not only will you get all the education you need, all the tools you need, you'll have mentors here. You'll have people to help you. So take a hard look at this. If being a real estate investor is something you want to do, now is definitely the time. So give me a call, and we'll see how we get you going. Like you
Look, I'm very excited to introduce to you Mark Brimpoint out of Houston. Mark is an incredible person who has been doing what we call multi-family wholesaling. And Mark has hit monthly high $75,000 in 1 month multiple times. So with that being said, I'm going to bring Mark up from Houston, Texas. Mark, how are you doing today?
I am fantastic, Gary. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. I'm so glad to have you. Thank you for taking the time to do this, by the way. Tell us, Mark, tell us a little bit about yourself, obviously, and about your experiences as a CEO and an educator in real estate. I want people to hear it.
Well, obviously I'll focus on the real estate side. My most recent job, I was actually the COO of a real estate investing company, and we used to go all across the country and teach multifamily investing, particularly wholesaling is what we focused on. But, I was in corporate America. I worked for a company called First American. Title, I'm sure a lot of people on the West Coast know that because they're headquartered out of Santa Ana, California. So, had a very good career in the corporate world, and I had my own mortgage company for a period of time, and then we won't talk about 2008 too much. But, so I have a lot of experience in real estate from the lending to the investing, and obviously very big in the wholesaling, as you know.
Yeah, Mark, tell us, how do you see the Houston market?
Well, I just heard on the radio today, U-Haul does an actual study of where their vehicles are destined to, and Texas is the fastest growing state in terms of new people coming into the state. Right. So that can't be bad. And obviously we all know about the new tax laws, and I think the high income tax states are going to get people moving out. The great state of Texas here does not have state income tax. So it is a great area, and we're doing a lot in this country as well on the oil side, and as you probably well know, Texas is a great place for oil. So it's the economy is good, the market is good. It's like anything else, supply and demand. For a period of time when the the oil companies were hurting, the prices, were getting good, and now we're getting a lot of people in, and it's going to raise the prices off.
Yeah, it really is. I can see it, man. Texas is going to be one of the hottest markets out there. So, Mark, explain to people a little bit about, I mean, gosh, you do these multi-family, right, wholesale deals. I mean, first of all, explain, tell us what the process is. I mean, to get into what you're doing. How would somebody start to learn what you know?
Well, obviously, we're not at some great courses on wholesaling, as you probably well know. But the main thing with wholesaling is what you're expert at is marketing. First, you have to know how to go find the property,
Right.
And then subsequently, from finding the property, you have to have a script and a way to talk to the sellers to get the property under contract. Once it's under contract, then again, we get to marketing. How do you market the property to get qualified buyers? Then when you get a buyer, how do you qualify that buyer and vet them to ensure that they can close? And then the hand-holding process is well undocumented. And this is that, you got a title company, you got a seller or buyer, and you got to hold their hands through the process. And sometimes you have to drag them across that finish line. But, that's how you get paid, so that's the way, that process works. It is not a very difficult thing, and, to do. I say there's a lot of holes in wholesaling. I mean, you got to know where those holes are and, where the bumps in the road are, so to speak. But at the end of the day, you really don't have money at risk. And I think that's the most appealing thing for a lot of people when they start looking at, how do they get into real estate,
Yeah.
and how can they do these deals. Wholesaling doesn't require money on your side.
Well, what's the largest escrow check you've got from a wholesale deal so far this last year?
On a single deal,
A single deal.
the largest one I had so far was 40,000.
40? Oh my God. Yeah. What's your largest one?
I have one right now, actually, that I'm working on at 75,000. So
One deal.
It's one deal, 75,000. Yeah.
Oh my God. And Mark, is your market all over the United States? I mean, you don't just find them in Houston. You find them all over, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, put on Ryan's seat real quick here.
Okay. Hey guys, this is Coach Gary Nasserian. I'm very excited to introduce you to Brian Townsend from Philadelphia. And Brian, come on here and say hi. We're going to interview Brian right now. How you doing?
Hello, everybody. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking me.
Hey, tell me a little bit about yourself and, of course, what you do for fun. Let's get to know you a little bit before we get into this.
For fun, I like sports. I'm a big sports guy. I've been a big sports guy since I was a young kid, for the most part. I've been playing sports from kindergarten straight up to the age I am now. Football, track, basketball, whatever it is, even bowling. Just being out and about is what it's all about. I don't want to be locked up in a 9 to 5. I just like to have fun and enjoy people.
Great. That's great. How tall are you, by the way?
5'10", but I like to say 5'11".
5'11", man. You look like you're coming across like you're 6'9". Oh my God, that's great. So Brian, tell me a little bit about the real estate market in Philadelphia. Is it a good market? Is it a bad market? Are deals out there? What do you find?
The deals out here are great in Philadelphia. There's a lot of opportunities out here in Philadelphia, even on the outskirts of Philadelphia, in the suburban section. But like a lot of people don't realize, Philadelphia is a big market. Philadelphia is bigger than most small countries. People don't realize that. So there's a lot of opportunities here in Philadelphia. If you can take advantage of it, then you'll be successful.
What are your average wholesales going for?
Average is about 10 to 20,000. I would say the average wholesale is going on here in Philadelphia.
And it's not saturated? I mean, you guys can find the deals?
No, it's amazing. A lot of people think it is saturated, but once you get into the system and you see what's going on out there, it's not as saturated at all. It's so much for everybody. It's not even supposed to be saturated. It's definitely a big booming business section on the East Coast.
I'm a best-selling author. I didn't have to do that. I'm a best-selling author. I wrote a best-selling author book called From Agent to Investor. I work with a lot of real estate agents and a lot of loan officers to bring them along and out of transactional thinking into actually creating wealth. Right? I'm down in San Diego. If you got friends, family, buddies, partners, people you don't like, send them down to San Diego, and we'll get them plugged in. A cool thing about Meetup that Gary didn't mention is Meetup does the marketing for you. We had our first meeting last Saturday. We just had coffee at a local coffee shop because I don't have an office and all this set up yet. We're just getting going. We have over 30 people in the group already. 10 came to our first meeting, and they were all people I didn't know. So Meetup will do a lot of the work for you. So I'm super excited to take this concept and run with it. Houston sounds good, man. I think we should move.
Can you imagine after a hurricane wiping it out, it's out of market?
How much money are they going to be making now? Anyway, I'm Keith. They call me Cowboy Keith. You look it up on the internet, Cowboy Keith, real estate. I'm all over the place. And if you have friends, family, people in San Diego, let's get them rocking and rolling, get them plugged in. Thanks.
All right.
Okay.
Do I need the mic?
Yeah, you probably do. You
Okay.
know what? I just turned it on.
Oh, I need
hope-
this to go to, who's got the clicker? Bless
We
you.
want you to do deals. When you bring your deals, we're gonna let you guys do it, but
Yeah.
we want you to make the deals outside of the group.
So I have the fun part. We're all here. What I'm going to do, and three of us will go through a little test run, so you know what, we're going to stand up, introduce ourselves. Let's see. This is what we're going to do, our little intros, because after all, that's why we're here. Your name, where you're from, name of business, what you do, what you're looking for. And we have 20 seconds, and I do have a little timer here. So to try to keep it on track. Just shout, because I don't think I'm going to pass that thing around to everybody. So, Mr. Bill, if you would like to go first, and then if it's okay, we're going to start here and go like that.
Great. Well, hi everybody. I'm Bill Haskell. I'm from Morgan Hill, just south of San Jose. And I am a real estate investor, and my company is called Silicon Valley Real Estate Investment Partners. And we specialize in helping people that are in financial distress around property, and we try and figure out what's the best solution to get them the best out of that as best as possible. So that's pretty it. I'm looking for wholesale deals, of course, so if anybody has anything, I'd love to hear it. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Frank. So that was a little over 20 seconds, but it kind of gives you an idea. So we're breaking the ice for you. Go ahead, Frank.
My turn?
Your turn.
I'm Frank Kearney. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. I live in Elk Grove, California now. I have several businesses. I have a radio program. I'm a flipper. I'm a broker. And what I'm looking for is for people to work with me and for me to work with them so that we can grow together.
Perfect. I guess it's my turn now. Denise Patterson, I'm out of Rockland. Company is DCMTS. I am looking for wholesale real estate, putting money together, and I'm looking actually for properties in Nevada. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. Mr. Gary.
My name is Gary Siri. I'm from Danville, California. Hey, I work with investors to find quality properties and quality neighborhoods so they can rent the quality tenants, so they can maximize their profit and minimize the risk. Anybody want to work with me?
Yeah. Wow, that was
You'll get that part, Mark.
that was 11 seconds. That was good. Okay. Mr. David.
Mr. David.
Yes.
David Ament, Institute for Peak Performance. I'm from Marin. What do? I teach personal growth development and wealth management. And I am looking for collaboration.
All right. Thank you. Gaston, do you want to stand up?
Sure.
All right.
My name is Gaston Oviedo. I'm from Livermore, and the name of my business is Revenue. Literally, that's the name. But I do businesses. I buy houses in the Bay Area. That's what I got. So what I do, I guess you could say I'm a wholesaler. I don't like to use that term, but starting to do flips, getting into that. I'm looking for money partners, maybe even agents that could do BPOs, bring me deals. I'll list it with you guys, that kind of stuff, and maybe even other wholesalers. I'd like to, close on your guys' deals. Thank you.
Thanks so much. You did great. Okay. Yeah. Who's next?
My name is Michelle Cedillo. I reside on Fort University. I work for Essex, a huge conglomerate that owns multiple multifamily properties, and I'm working on becoming an agent. So I'm definitely interested in collaborating as well.
Awesome. Okay. Next.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. I grew up in the Bay Area. We're in Castro Valley now. I'm a corporate accountant for a real estate firm out in San Francisco. And I'm looking to network and just starting out as an investor.
Awesome. Partner?
Hey, I'm Nick, Nick Wong. I'm from Bay Area originally. Just moved out to Castro Valley. I'm a web developer, so I'm learning. I want to come here to learn how real estate works. Just learn from everyone. That's pretty much it.
Awesome. Thank you. Dean, looks like you're next.
I'm Dean Ciciari. I live in Danville. The name of our company is Mecca Home Solutions. We're with my wife, brand new to the real estate industry, looking to be investors and do wholesales and flips and just network with people and pick your brains and see what we can learn from you.
Awesome. Thank you. Go ahead.
I'm Lorena Ciciari, also with Micro Home Solutions. I'm business with my husband. We are wholesalers, flippers, just getting into this, so we're looking to make connections, meet realtors, meet other investors, and people that we can collaborate with.
Fabulous. Okay.
My name is Garima. I'm an investor. I'm a professional accountant, and I'm wanting to enter in this business. Looking for collaboration, flipping, and investing, and networking, of course.
Fabulous. Thank you. Mr. Keith, you already did it. MJ, how about you?
Good evening, guys. MJ. I'm from Alameda and representing Blueprint Properties. I'm actually a full-time 9-to-5 personal banker, but this year the goal is to focus more on the real estate side. Goal is to be involved in at least three rehabs this year. So I'm looking forward to working with you guys, see what you guys are looking for, so we can get those goals together.
Alrighty, thanks so much.
So everyone, I'm Matt England. I'm from Santa Cruz, California. I work with Fremont Bank on the banker's side, residential purchases, refinances, and home equity line of credit. And I'm here to bring a loan.
Awesome. Thank you. You came up from Santa Cruz today?
No, that's where I'm from. I'm located in Fremont.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Sorry.
Joshua.
Hello, everybody. My name is Joshua. I'm from pretty much all over the place, but I would say San Jose. I own an investment property company called, or investing company called Enlightened Investments, LLC. And I'm an investor, and just like everyone here, I'm looking to network. Also to contribute to however able to contribute to BS. So.
Alrighty. Thank you. All right.
Hi everyone, my name is Maria Otero. I'm a realtor, and also I was working in buying properties in 2009 and again. I'm interested in going back.
Thank you. Okay, back against the window there.
I'm Dawn. I live in this Tri-Valley area, and I don't have my business name yet. And I'm doing investing, looking at primarily passive or money lending. Make sure you do get my contact information. Looking at playing around with a little bit of the wholesaling, and I'm fairly new at this as well, just getting started in the last couple of months. And I really love to do contributions to everybody else's learning and experiences, getting that network with contractors. And
all right. Hey, thanks so much. You're next.
I'm Christina with Agape Venture. Been a realtor for 11 years. New to investing, looking to collaborate with people. I'm from Dublin, Livermore area, so for those of you in the area who want to get together and see if we can do some deals together.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks so much. So again, I just want to repeat, we can put the cards, spotlight, brochures, anything over there afterwards, so kind of identify who you want to work with. Okay, Miss Molly.
Hello, I'm Molly Robinson. I'm from Outworld, California, and I'm a real estate investor, and my company is Eminem Real Estate Investor. And so far I've done 2 private money lending deals, and now I want to work on investing myself and doing fixed and flips.
All right, thanks so much.
Hi, I'm Margaret Landrum. I'm part of the M&M Real Estate Investors,
And I've been involved in a couple of flips, and I'm just looking to keep learning and doing more on the marketing side of our business and investing.
All right, thanks. Go ahead, Lynette.
My name is Lynette Santos. I'm from the Bay Area, San Leandro. I'm a real estate investor looking to collaborate with other investors. So that's why I'm here. Thank you.
Woohoo! All right.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tammy. I'm from San Leandro. I am a part-time agent, but my main profession is a senior trading manager in biopharmaceuticals. I'm ready to dive into investing, take it up to another level, and really collaborate and network with everyone. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Tanya back there, please.
Hi, I'm Tanya Bohannon. By profession, I'm a project manager. I was born in San Francisco. I currently live in Vallejo, and I'm just here to learn. I'm fresh with this whole environment, so I want to learn real estate investing.
Awesome. Thank you. Mr. Ralph, looks like you're next, sir.
Howdy, my name is Ralph Avac. I'm out of Livermore. The name of my company is Solid Ground Properties. I've only been in this business for a month, so obviously I'm not in this business yet. I'm still learning the terminology. I'm looking for hard money lenders. I'm looking for other investors. I'm just looking to learn and try to contribute whatever I can.
Awesome.
So, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Mr. Russ.
I'm Russ Merchant. I'm right now from Castro Valley, and I'm new to the California, so I'm just getting used to the community, and I'm looking for others that we can network with and produce good things for people.
Woohoo! Thank you. Mr. Patrick.
Yes, hi. My name is Patrick Key, born and raised in France, but from Castro Valley right now. I am a full-time real estate investor. I am also doing fix and flip and looking to partner, looking for money partners, looking for whatever you can bring my way so that we can all, be a win-win situation.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Okay.
All right. My name is Desmond. I'm from Brentwood, California, and my wife and I, we run our real estate investment company. Faster Home Solutions is the name, and we're trying to do it all. I think our first thing is to try to do flips and dip and dab with the wholesaling as well. It's an easy way to make some quick cash as you're flipping in between. And we're looking to network with all.
Well done. Thank you so much. Susan.
Hi, my name is Susan Muckner. I'm with Fremont Bank as well. I cover our Livermore and San Ramon offices, so this is a nice commute. I did survive the 2000s. I went through about 50 layoffs in mortgage, so what I am looking for is I love a challenge, so I want to see your ugliest deal you have. Send it my way. I'll do my best to get it done.
Woohoo! All right. And darling, your tag's upside down.
Oh,
Robin.
Robin Ferguson. I am an aspiring real estate investor. I'm here to learn as much as I can because I'm really interested. I finally narrowed it down for now because there's so much to interested in doing wholesaling and fix and flips and just exchange knowledge.
Welcome, welcome.
Yeah.
So you can see there's a lot going on here. Please take time afterwards to get to know each other and let's start networking. I have the honor to bring up Frank. Amazing broker, real estate, and very, very knowledgeable. So I'm going to let him take over, and welcome.
All right. How's everybody doing? I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to have all of you here tonight with us. Oh, I don't have a microphone.
Oh, right here. I'm hoarding.
God, okay.
How does this work? How does this work? Okay, who do I put this? Yeah. Right here. Put it right there. Okay. And is it on? It's green, right? Okay, let me take that out of there and put that there. Okay, this is it. Okay, now I'm tagged.
Frank has a dresser.
I'm now set. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Anyhow, a little bit about me. You've heard a little bit about me, but I have been in real estate for over 20 years. I owned a real estate mortgage company. In 2001, when I moved out to Sacramento, I was in the Bay Area.
When I moved out here, I realized that this market, and especially that market there, was about to explode. Opened up a real estate mortgage company. We had 17 offices in Northern California. We did a lot of subprime, a lot of different types of loans, and business was booming. And then, of course, as we've mentioned before, all of you experienced 2007, 2008, where the market went kaboom, and it went kaboom very quickly. Unfortunately, there are a lot of homes and things that I had purchased. I lost most of those into short sale and foreclosure, and I did things the wrong way. Okay, I didn't know then what I know now. Now obviously, if that was to happen again, as someone mentioned, that won't happen again, because that was wrong. But, you know, I had to file bankruptcy, had to go through that whole process, had to understand how to make it work. And over the last 4 or 5 years, I've really focused my attention more into investing. It's been a great experience. I have picked up so much information that it's unbelievable. I have a radio program that is broadcast out of Sacramento and soon will be nationwide. It's broadcast every week. And it's just exciting to be in this marketplace. So who's this meeting for? Professionals that are sick of the daily W-2 grind. I mean, if you have a job now, you know what I'm talking about. It's pretty crazy out there. You want to start your own income-producing business. Individuals who want to increase their cash flow pay less in taxes and less in interest. I mean, I love you guys as banks, but I hate you. Okay? Individuals in business looking to secure or supplement their retirement. Do you know people are not prepared for retirement in this country at all? If you were ready to retire today and you wanted to have $10,000 a month to live on for the next 20 years, you would need $3.7 million sitting in your bank account. Does anybody have that? Does anybody have 50 bucks in this? Okay? My point is, we're not ready for it, and the government has put us in this position. And they tell us that we can only retire at 65. Who ever thought of that number? Okay? Why can't you retire at 30? If you have the wherewithal, if you have the knowledge, if you have the skills, why can't you do that? And then people are sick and tired of all the hype and gurus. You know, Gary mentioned it. They're out there, you know, flip this house, flip that house. They're all out there. And they're just offering all sorts of things to us. And it just isn't coherent. It isn't congruent. It's just not out there. And then also, you want a team that you can work with without the stress, without the overbearing stuff that goes along with it. Would you agree? My passion. I want to work with and show new investors, seasoned investors, and students how to make savvy real estate decisions so they can make cash flow happen for them. Okay? My goal is to help people. I am a real firm believer in that, and the people in this room that know me know that that's a fact. That's all I do. Every transaction I have been involved in, I have partnered with someone. Partnered someone that I have mentored, partnered with someone that's working with me. I don't do anything myself because I think it's best that if you partner, things work better. Last year I was involved in about 12 different transactions. Could I have done that if I did that myself? The answer is no. But by partnering, we share the responsibilities. It's changed my life. And it's made a whole idea for me of how to make this all work. And growing leaders. Leaders are important to your success. I want people working with me that know more about this than I do. I'd rather work with people that are more intelligent than I am. Now that might be tough. But there are out there. No, and in fact, I'm only kidding. Because there are people out there that know a lot more than I do. Okay, now I have a lot of experience. I've been doing it for a while. But the thing is, there are people that have more experience than I do. And why shouldn't I learn from them? You'll get all that you want in life if you help enough people get what they want. That's Zig Ziglar's famous quote, and it's a quote that I live by. I've attended many networking groups like this. I've been to guru meetings. I've been to RIAs. And all of them, if you look around the room, most of the people that are running them haven't really done real estate. Okay? And the people in the room haven't done real estate. So what are you doing there? You're paying 30 bucks, you go once a month, and you know, the education is there. Some of it's quite good, by the way, and I'm not going to say that it isn't. But the point is, you want to partner with people that are actually doing it. Make sense? Okay? And then the gurus, as I mentioned, come into town, and they leave. Okay, they're here for a weekend. They reel you in, okay? They have you come to the weekend session, and you're supposed to learn how to do real estate investing in a weekend? Come on, really? And if you listen to the radio, we can make you flip this thing in 90 days. This is not get rich quick, folks. It just isn't. It takes time, it takes knowledge, it takes teamwork to make it work for you. And then if you go on the internet, God, it's all over the place. The information is outdated, it's unsourced, it's everywhere. What we have done here, and with the help of Gary and Denise, we've created a group here where we're going to try and get the pillars of success that we believe in and to make them work for everyone that's in the group. We want to have successful investors working together. Without that, we are not successful. We want to make sure that we do have a solution. We want to get rid of that false and scattered information. We want, if you have a deal, if you have something, you have people that you can share it with. Local people that know what they're doing. And in some cases, people that are in Philadelphia. We're going to stream this stuff. We're going to have meetings where we can talk to people throughout the country. We're going to form meetup groups throughout the country. So if you want to do a deal in Houston, why can't you talk to him through the internet? We can set that up. We're going to set that up. Isn't that crazy? And the 4 pillars of success, and Gary mentioned it already, hands-on mentorship. Okay? I will tell you, the people that work with me, if you have a deal, okay, you have to do some homework on the property. You have to look and see what's going on. You send it my way. I'll ask you some questions. Okay? If the deal starts to make sense, we'll go to the property. We'll check it out. If it makes even more sense, we'll write an offer. We're going to write an offer for cash. Do you have the cash? So if we saw tomorrow a property for $350,000, and I'm going to talk Sacramento, we're not going to talk the Bay Area, okay? Okay? Do you have that much money sitting in your account? Can you do it? Most of the people in this room are going to say no. Okay? But I have access to that money. We have access to investors out there. Gary has access. We as a team have access to millions of dollars. Do I use my own money on transactions? Absolutely not. Okay? Now, do I use my money sometimes, as Gary said with that transaction that we just did for that note? Yes, because it made sense. Okay? This is a business that has to make sense. The second thing is affordable education. You need to have education to do this. You're not going to step in this and try to do it without knowing what you're doing. You can lose money. You can lose money in real estate. Many people have. Many people continue to. Okay, I'm going to give you a transaction that I just got involved in. It's a house in Fair Oaks. Picked it up about a year ago. And, you know, Molly and Margaret are involved with me on this particular transaction. This one-time investor had never done a flip before. Bought a house in Fair Oaks. Got it as an REO. Paid $240,000 for it. It's 26. It was actually about 1,800 square feet. And it sat on 1.2 acres. He made it into 2,700 square feet. He put a whole new section into the property, but he didn't know what the hell he was doing. Okay, he added this section up. There's the front of the house was on it was raised foundation. He put a slab in the back, but he didn't support the piece in between. So the house started to do this. Okay, then on top of that, they took some bearing walls off, and the bearing wall went this way. They put a whole new heating unit up going that direction. Heating units are not light, by the way. So the roof started to do this. Okay? Then in the back of the area, in the kitchen area that they added, they had a span of 27 feet. And it was supposed to be with trusses. But they didn't put trusses. So the whole roof was starting to come down. So this guy comes up. We met him, through a sign. He came up. We started talking. And I asked him, I said, so what are you doing? They tried to list the property, by the way, a year prior. And the home inspector, went to, because it was almost sold, the home inspector went out there, did research, and said, okay, were the permits pulled? And they were pulled, so he wanted to go and check and see if they'd actually been signed off. Not one permit had been signed off. The contractor that this investor hired went bankrupt. And the investor didn't even know about it until 3 months after he stopped working. And then he wants to sell it to me for $450,000 because that's how much money he's put into it. And I said, you're out of your freaking mind. Okay? So in order to convince him that it wasn't worth what he was looking for, I invited him to come and visit with my contractors when they came down. We had 3 contractors. The lowest bid we had, which was mostly structural work, was about $90,000. So I said, listen, I'll give you $320 for it. He goes, no, I'm going to lose a lot of money. I said, yeah, but you want to lose money, you want to keep on losing money. Okay, so we ended up, I was willing to give him a little bit more, but we ended up at $380 as a price. Okay, it's selling. It took a little bit longer than we expected because, as you remember, the winter last year was pretty bad. So for 4 months, we weren't able to do any of the structural work. And then I did a lease option on it because I had somebody that wanted to buy it that didn't have good credit. So he's been paying all my PITI for the last 2 or 3 months. And we're closing it probably by the end of this month for $620,000. Okay? So a profit of about $73,000. Pretty cool? Okay? But that's a guy who didn't have education. Yet he got involved in he doesn't do this anymore, by the way. Okay? And the support of the community. We've already talked about that. And then hard work. This is not get rich quick. It just isn't. If any of you in this room think that you're going to be able to flip a house in the next 30 days, please leave. It isn't going to happen. Okay? We're focused on sharing the knowledge and experience with others, connecting you with the people and resources you need to be successful by creating masterminds so we can all grow. If you go to a RIA and you start talking to investors, do they really want to work with you? They want to keep the knowledge to themselves. Typically, that's not here. We want to share that knowledge. We want to make sure that you have the ability to make this happen for yourself. Access to what you need when you need it. No matter where you are. Will I drive to the Bay Area if there's a good deal? You bet your sweet bippy I will.
How about San Diego?
I'll go to San Diego. I'll go to Houston. Houston sounds really good, by the way. I'm thinking about that. Okay? And we're going to live stream this throughout the country. Pretty crazy. The topics that we're going to cover is sales and business development skills, bringing real estate investing and business together. You know, Gary mentioned that it's a lot transactional, but this is a business. If you're treating this as a hobby, you're in the wrong place. You just are. You can't treat this as a hobby. It's a business. You have to wake up tomorrow morning and say, I am a real estate investor. That's what you have to do. And then your mindset has to go along with that. We're going to talk about accelerated cash flow strategies to become mortgage and debt-free in 1/3 of the time. Did you know that you can do that without changing your lifestyle? And I'm going to share a little bit about that here shortly. It's pretty crazy. You can use the bank's money to help you pay off your bank debt. Duh! Self-development and mindset change. Because you have to have a mindset change. You can't do this if you don't. Marketing skills. How do you find properties? How do you make yourself different than the other 50 people that are out there knocking on doors? Why do people want to work with you? You know, I'm going to pick on Laria for a second again, because she was talking about, she's gone out and she's doing some NODs, notices of default. And she had given a letter to, the person. And pretty much the same as most real. You're in foreclosure. You need to save your house. I'm here to help and all that kind of stuff. And I said to her, you know what? You're sending the same letter out that everyone else is sending. Why don't you go send a letter and say, listen, we appreciate what you're going through. We've been through it ourselves. We have a lot of people that would love to work with you, and there are several options. Why don't you give me a call and let's see how we can sit down and make it work for you, and we can decide how you want to go forward. Is that a better way to deal with this? What's my chance of that person calling me? Much better. Correct? And that's because you're trying to help them. You're not trying to sell them anything. Well, I understand that, but that's okay. The point is first you got to get them to talk to you. Leveraging money, time, people. Leveraging is what it's all about. If you invest $1,000 into the stock market, right? Let's say $10,000 as a down payment which is a down payment on a house. So you buy $10,000 worth of Apple stock, and it goes up 10%. What's that stock worth? $11,000, right? Correct? But if you put $10,000 on a house that's worth $200,000 and it goes up 10%, how much equity have you made? You're now made $20,000 on that same investment. Isn't that crazy? That's called leveraging. And once you comprehend that, life becomes different. And you leverage time, money, people. I don't do any of the construction myself. My wife won't let me. I've smashed my finger a few times, so she just, and I'm not that guy. Okay? I leverage people. I leverage other organizations. If I can help them make money, if we can work together, do you think we'll be better off all going forward? And when I do a flip, I just don't do lipstick. If there's a problem in the house, I'm going to fix it. I want to build neighborhoods. I want to build people's thrill of living in this new home. That's my goal. Okay? And then finding money. How do you find the money? It's out there. There's a lot of money available out there through IRAs, through private money, public money, different ways to find money. There's banks that actually might work with you. Okay? But the point is, how do you do that? How do you get someone like myself or Gary that has a few $1 million available to want to work with you? If you come up to me tomorrow and say, can I borrow $350,000? I'm going to ask you simple, how many flips have you done? How many?
So far, none.
None. How far is this conversation going? Okay, I'm not trying to pick on you. Okay, my point is, if you have the skill set, if you have the knowledge behind you, if you have the ability to speak to people in a language that they understand, and you have the resources to back up what you're saying, all of a sudden you can have people work with you. Make sense? Okay? And then the real estate strategies: bird dogging, wholesaling, fix and flipping, liens, lending money, fix and flip. All of these are strategies that are out there. You just need to learn how to use them properly. And whenever you get involved in a real estate transaction, you need to have different strategies. You can't go in and say, I'm just going to fix and flip this thing, and not have a plan if it doesn't sell when you want it to. You always have to have a secondary and a third plan. And be prepared to make it work. And also be prepared maybe not to make the profit you expected. Because the whole idea is fix it, flip it, sell it. Okay? Yes, I still think it's worth $750,000, but somebody offers you $720, take the damn money and run. Okay? It's not worth you holding on to. Because there's a money cost, there's a time cost. Make sense? So why real estate investing? Well, obviously income. There's different ways of gathering income. There's passive income and active income. Can someone tell me the difference?
Passive income, you work for it and then it just keeps on coming. You're not actively working on it.
Okay. Which is mailbox money, which is rentals. Okay? So in a rental, someone's paying your mortgage, they're paying your taxes, they're paying everything for that they're building equity for you, and on top of that you're getting cash flow. And then at the end of the year, because you have deductions, that $300 or $400 a month, right, is now maybe $700 or $800 or $900 a month because you have depreciation. You are now able to write off things. When I go, I have my IRA owns a commercial building. Okay, when I drive by it, and I wave and say, hi, commercial building, okay, can I write that off? Because can I? Yes. When I go to a flip and I take someone out to lunch to talk about it, can I write that off? Is my cell phone a complete write-off? Is my trip here tonight a write-off? Everything I do is a write-off. 4 years ago, I earned a certain amount of money, and my tax bracket was 36%. In 2016, I earned 4.5 times more than I did that year. Okay? My tax bracket was 12.2%. Okay? Now, did I break any laws? No. I just used the laws out there to work for me, to create create the entities, to make it work. I'm not Donald Trump, okay? But he knows the program. Rich people know the program. Why can't we? It's out there. There's equity. What's equity? Anybody?
The difference between what the property's worth and what you owe.
Correct. So if the property's worth $200,000 and you owe $100,000, then you have $100,000 in equity. My question to you is, what's that equity doing for you? Nothing. Until you either sell it or you're able to take that money out of the ground. Okay? And not through refinancing, but maybe through a tool called a line of credit or a home equity line of credit. And then use that money to make you successful. Then there's appreciation. That's properties going up. Have we seen a little bit of appreciation here in the Bay Area over the last year or two? To the point where it's almost unsustainable. But you know what? The predictions are it's not ended. It's going to go on for a while longer because there's not a lot of homes. Okay? You can't build in San Francisco. There's no room in San Francisco. And the entire Bay Area is experiencing that. Okay? So we're still going to see appreciation. Will we still see 9 and 10% this year? I don't know. Maybe we'll only see 6 or 7%. Who cares? As long as it keeps on going up. But if you own properties and you're renting properties and you have rentals and it goes down, does it matter? No, because the money's still coming in. And then there's the leverage that we talked about. There are 4 basic types of real estate investing. And it all breaks down to these 4, which is wholesaling, fix and flip, buy and hold, and money lending. They all fit into one of it could be commercial buildings, whatever. Multifamily, strip malls, whatever. The point is they all fit into one of these categories. And you need to know how each of them work, what the contracts are, and the different ways to acquire property so that you don't have to put a lot of money down yourself. So where's the money? Where's the money?
Everywhere.
It's everywhere. So let's talk about hard and private money. Okay? Hard money and private money is basically what you're going to have to get if you're doing a flip. If the property is uninhabitable, is a bank going to lend you money? No. So you have to have access to these people. Private lenders, like I use a hard money guy, right? But what he does is he goes to the golf course and he golfs with some rich people. And they're private lenders. So he borrows money from them for, let's say, 7 or 8%. And then he gives it out to other people, hard money, for 11 and 12%. That's what they do. So if you were able to know that golfer, would your chances be better? But does the golfer want to deal with you? Probably not up front. And as a new investor, if you're going to borrow hard money or private money, you're going to be paying more in the upper range of this. You're going to pay the 12 and 13%. And you're going to pay 3 or 4 points. That's what's going to happen. Right now, my hard money guy, I can borrow 90% plus the full rehab. I'll get it for about 9.5% interest and 2 points for everything. And the next deal I do is 9% because I've done several deals with him. And tomorrow I'm meeting with the guy who lends money to my hard money guy. We're having coffee at Starbucks. That's why I have to leave tonight. Okay? Retirement accounts. There's millions and trillions of dollars in retirement accounts. IRAs, there's $21 trillion of money in IRAs. Most people have it in the stock market. Can they invest it in real estate? But not that way. We'll talk about what the right way is to do that in a second. 401ks. You can borrow from a 401k. How many of you have a job that have 401ks? Do you know that you can borrow from your 401k? You can borrow up to $50,000 for 5 years and use the money for whatever you want. You just have to pay it back. Otherwise, it'll be treated as a distribution. Lines of credit, HELOCs, unsecured lines of credit. They're all out there. You just need to know how to secure them. Zero credit cards. People with good credit scores these days, these things are coming out like flies. We're back to 06, we're back to 04 and 05. 0% for 2 years. It's crazy. Sign up, get it. It's free money. And then learning how to partner. If you don't know how to partner with people, learn how to do it, because that's really an important part. And then we're going to talk about velocity banking here in a second. So what's business and wealth creation? The first thing is the mindset. We talked about that. You have to have that mindset. And you have to see the end in sight. If you don't see the end, you're not going to get there. If you're sitting down and trying to put a puzzle together and you haven't seen the box picture, what's the chance of getting that puzzle together? Right? You have to have a strong, unshakable belief. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to believe in the people you work with. No questions. If you're a teammate on a sports team, you have to believe in the people around you, that they're going to do what they have to do. You have to have a plan. Without a plan, you go nowhere. Shoot the dart at the table and have a blindfold, and you'll never hit the target. You're never going to reach your goal if you don't have one. And then you have to be committed. Not to an assignment, but you have to be committed, and you have to understand that this is something you do. I believe in these 4 things. This is how I work my life. Enthusiasm. You could probably tell that I enjoy doing what I'm doing. Okay, I love my life. I love the fact that I'm in real estate. I have an intense passion to do what I do. I wake up each morning and I am happy to be here. I have persistence. In real estate, deals don't go smooth. I've been doing it for a long time. I will tell you, I have never had one real estate go from A to Z without something going amiss along the way. You can't let that turn you back. You have to be the Energizer Bunny. Keep on going and going and going. You have to have integrity. And I just want to talk about integrity for a second, because this business is crazy. Some of the knowledge that people have can get them in trouble. Some of the things they do are really stupid. Okay? It takes more effort to do things wrong than it does to do it right. Okay? You have to work with integrity. If you think that you can get away with telling somebody something and not performing, you're wrong. You have to have that moral compass. Okay? Now, we've given you all a liability and consent form here tonight. And I want to make sure that if you're going to do business with us, okay, that you're aware of the fact that we're here to help you. But if you do something stupid, if you decide to partner up with someone else, okay, and you don't put it in writing, and you don't have the right contracts, and you make commitments to each other that you can't keep, I'm not involved. So you need to make sure that this business is a business. Make sense? Okay? And then commitment. We talked about that. You have to have that commitment. You have to have that commitment. Okay? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. So you can either be an employee, self-employed, a business owner, or an investor. Make the money work for you. If you don't make it work for you, it won't work for you. Okay? W-2 employees keep 33% of the money that they make. Like I said, my tax returns several years ago versus what I am. I'm in this bracket. Well, I don't know if I'm 80%, but I'm getting there. Okay? Make the money work for you. Understand how the system works. Create a business plan. People who have low financial IQ have debt, taxes, and liabilities. Rich people have income systems. They have write-offs, and they understand how to accelerate their debt and pay it off quicker. And then they have assets. Is your home, if you own a home that you live in, is that an asset?
That's where you are. Unless it's paid for.
Not unless it's paid for, and then it still isn't an asset because you still have to pay taxes and insurance. An asset is something that brings you money. Okay? Everyone has misconceptions of that concept. This is the wealthy people. 1% of the wealthy people win the lottery. Somebody just won $550 million or something. Let me ask you something. That person who won that lottery, where do you think they will be 5 years from now? Broke! Because they don't understand how money works.
He's going to have fun for 5 years, though.
Correct. He'll have a lot of fun. And when you go, you have somebody that's going to show you income tax. Someone's going to show you legal structure. Someone's going to work with you on a banker. You need a banker, a CPA. You need an attorney. You need somebody that's helping you with your investments and your insurance. The problem is that these people are all trying to sell you their product. They're not integrated. So if you go into a bank tomorrow, and I keep on picking on him. I'm sorry. I should look at him a little bit too. Huh? Okay.
I know that.
So you go into a bank tomorrow and you say, I'd like to get a line of credit. Probably the person, sure, we can get you a loan. Okay? Because that's what they do. They sell loans. That's where they make most of their money. Okay? You go to your stock investor, your broker, and you say, I'd like to invest in real estate. What's he going to tell you? You can't. The thing is, you can, but you have to self-direct it and take it away from them. So this is where you have to integrate yourself and make sure that you understand how these systems work and how to make them work for you. What's velocity banking? Having a home equity or a personal line of credit to accelerate the payoff of your mortgage or any other debt that you have. Kind of crazy how this works, and I'll give you an example here in a second. The magic of making this work is to have, each of you have a checking account? Okay? A line of credit is revolving. So if you have a $100,000 credit line, and you write a check, and then you pay it back, do you still have access to that money? It's like a credit card. Okay? So you can use your checking account as your payment to your line of credit. So your interest rate, even if it's 9 or 10%, you're making payments quicker. So that 9 or 10% maybe becomes 3% because you're making payments on a periodic basis to that line of credit. Make sense? And a line of credit is simple interest. It's not amortized interest. Anybody know what amortized interest is? I'll put it up here for you. It's front-loaded. All your interest is paid up front. And it's only one way. So car loans, student loans, mortgages. Lines of credit are two ways. They're revolving. HELOCs, personal lines of credit, credit cards, 401ks, cash out insurance. Line of credit. Add more to the principal, the payment does adjust. Correct? Add more to the principal, the payment does not adjust. And what do people do, by the way, when they need more money? They go 4 or 5 years, and they refinance and kick it right back to the bottom, to the front again. It's crazy.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful for you. And I'm not picking on you. I'm just saying, in a line of credit you have control, access, and flexibility. In a loan, you have no control, no access, and no flexibility. The only way to take money out of a home loan is to refinance and take it back to the beginning. Is that really the right way to go as an investor? So when you combine them, you have access to the money again. So I'm going to use an example here. Let's say you have a $100,000 amortized mortgage loan at 4.5%. Your APR on that's going to be about 4.72 because you're going to have some costs. Correct? Okay, for you maybe. But some banks charge cost. Okay? For 30 years, your payments are going to be $506.69. The principal you're going to pay is $131, and you're going to pay $375 in interest. These are actual numbers, by the way. Okay? For the whole term, you're going to pay $82,408. My question to you is, you borrowed $100, you're going to pay $82,000 in interest. Is that 4.5%?
No.
It's more like 80%. Crazy, right? In simple interest, let's say you borrow 6%. You make your $20,000 payment, to your mortgage, right? And then your interest payment, by the way, on this is $100 a month. But then you make periodic payments to that line of credit through the income that you have coming in. So your average interest over that period of time is only $36 a month. So your effective rate is more like 2.2%. So the total interest you paid over 5 years is only $2,100, almost $2,200. So you're paying $2,200 to pay off your mortgage to save $62,000 in interest. Does everybody get that?
Yep.
Am I wrong? Come on.
Here's the real killer. How many people have refinanced their home?
Yeah, well. So here you go. The balance after 5 years on the home loan is still $90,000. But you have a zero balance on your credit line. And you've paid it off. So you want to increase your purchasing power? Then combine your checking account to make it your line of credit and make it work for you. There's really no real significant change to your spending habits. And it allows you to reduce your available funds. You increase your funds as you pay it off. So the funds keep on coming back to you. And I'm not saying that refinancing is bad. I'm not. Please don't misrepresent. I don't want to misrepresent banks. Banks are awesome. Okay? And it makes a lot of sense sometimes to do that. But as an investor, if you have equity and you want to use the money properly to invest with, then this might be a direction to go. And you can start buying real estate and start flowing your cash flow quicker.
We do encourage equity lines for investing, by the way.
Sometimes, yes.
We do, yeah.
Yes. Yes. And I'm not picking on you. So, but you're paying your mortgage and you own the properties quicker. We have somebody in our team that owns 75 properties, free and clear, and he buys a new one every 2 or 3 months. And he uses this philosophy and then buys another one and buys another one. He has cash flow right now of like $40,000 a month. Crazy. Perfectly crazy. So, I want you to imagine local support and nationwide network to plug into. Could that be beneficial to you? Is that something that you think will help you to be successful in this business? The future. As Gary mentioned, we're building nationwide network of investors through the streaming using Facebook, which we're doing right now. We're streaming this throughout the nation. Hi out there. Okay? We're going to be doing training through this process. We're going to be talking to people in different states that we can work with. So that gentleman in Houston, if he has a deal, would you like him to share that with us? And say, hey guys, I need some help? Who's the first to raise their hand? I can tell you I probably will be. But some of the people in this room will be there too. So the access is available to you. It's something that you need to want to do. I want to thank you for coming. What we'd like to do now is, Gary, did you want to come up? We're going to do some speeding.
We're going to do some speed.
Okay, so what we're going to do, take about 10 minutes and then we're going to come together. So what we'd like you to do is to go around the room, introduce yourself, find out who each person is. We're going to give you about 10 minutes to do that. And then we're going to have Gary reconvene us and say good night and go from there. Okay? Thank you very much.
Let me explain one thing. You guys.
Hold 1 second.
Hold on. There's 2 parts to this meeting, and I want to be very, very clear. The Meetup group is about networking. It's about real estate. All right. So there's no funny business here. But I'm going to spend some time, if you're interested, because I run across a lot of people that need to make money now. And I created 7 marketing funnels, and I'm going to talk to anybody that needs to make money now in real estate. Okay? And I'm going to take about maybe 30 minutes, and those people that hang around will get my Make Money Now playbook, plus a DVD. So it's up to you. Again, this is optional, and it's totally up to you. All right? If you want to leave, fine. If you want to hang around and let me talk to you about making money now, then I'll put on another 30-minute show for you, okay?
All right.
All right. So let's do some networking.
Let's do some networking.
What I found that I liked about them, and I'm just going to kind of overview, and I'm going to go through this very quickly for you. What I like about them is that the education was solid. The practitioners were 7-digit earners, had large balance sheets, $3 to $10 million type balance sheets. I was very impressed with that. I was impressed that people can come in and they offered what we call an affiliate program. Well, what's an affiliate program? Something, oh, it's not an MLM. Okay, I ran an affiliate company. An affiliate program, and there's big companies out there. Did you know Amazon's an affiliate program? Did you know that eBay's an affiliate program? Unless you're in the coaching business like I am, very few people understand what an affiliate is. Well, an affiliate is nothing more than the company saying, hey, we're going to train you, and you can come on board with us, and you can contract with us, and you can sell our products, and we're going to give you a percentage of that. This company offers 50% on any educational product sold, which is so cool. So I'm real excited about that. Now, the other reason I joined this company and I want to promote it is because people need to make money for liquidity. Now, I know you hear it all the time, oh, you don't need credit, and you don't need money to do these deals, you know, but you know what, if you're seasoned and you've been trained and educated, that's really true. But if you're not, let me ask you something. You came to me and you're a brand new person, you say, hey, I got this deal. No, all you have is an address. Let's be honest. And I'm not going to write you the check. Fair enough? Okay, so we have a chance for you guys to have an income and go through the school and be educated at the same time and learn from millionaire mentors. Is that pretty cool? All right, so nobody's going to get mad at me, right? Okay. All right, here we are. Renatus, I feel, is a 5-star opportunity because it's got strong leadership, it's got a great education program, strong community, the timing is incredible, and income opportunity, meaning that you can make income while you're learning. Really is a cool deal, okay? I was very impressed with Bob Snyder. He has a passion for creating financial freedom by servicing others. He saw in his vision if he could take real estate business and business ownership and real estate at the same time and bring them together and teach people the fundamentals about real estate investing. Oh my God, what happens? More tax deductions, which you just learned from Frank, velocity banking. All those things are powerful with the type of money that you could make in doing this, okay? So it's a powerful combination. His mission statement is to empower 1 million entrepreneurs with the knowledge, tools, systems, and support to become financially free. So I love what he's going here. He's not telling everybody, oh, I made all these millionaires. He's telling people he's going to help you. Frank already covered that for you. All right, velocity banking. Frank went over that with you. Velocity banking, I'm going to tell you something about velocity banking. You see, when you deposit money into the bank account, it sits there until you pay your bills. Who uses the money, you or the bank? You know that's true, right? What if we could tell you that we could take that bank's money? What if we could tell you if we could take that bank's money and put that to work for you? Would that be cool? That's how you accelerate the payoff of debt and mortgages. By using that money that you're not using. And we'll go into more details. We're going to have classes on that. But it's the coolest thing I've ever seen. I had a radio show with 25,000 people listened every week, and I taught them how to pay off their loans in 7 years or less. And, and I'll be honest, I'm going to tell you something that's going to shock you. But just from that show, my income was like $60,000 to $70,000 a month, just off the show. Pretty good, huh? Okay. Just, you guys in the banking business are really excited about that. All right. All right, history. Let me tell you why I'm bringing this up. There is equity because people are sitting on their homes, and there's some areas that are growing at 10, 12, 13% appreciation. I know those areas. Do you understand that equity growth right now is the largest it's ever been? Besides the retirement accounts, the equities in homes are powerful. I had the radio show, and the reason it became famous, by the way, I had Robert Kiyosaki, Laura Langmeyer, Greg Warr. I had a lot of big shot people on my show. It became famous because I taught people, and I created this myself, called equity transference. Well, what does that mean? I dipped into equities, into properties, and took that equity and that high appreciation of 7%, and I reinvested in other properties, and I taught my clients how to do that. My clients were getting up to $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $11 million in equities over a 7 to 10 year period. Is that cool? Those are the programs I help my clients, and that's why I became sort of like a celebrity in the Bay Area, and I started doing physical seminars because I taught people equity transference. There are tons of equities out there. You guys in Fremont and the banks are going to be loaded if you will start teaching people equity transference, how to invest in that and turn it into cash flow. Would that be cool? Bring people here. I'm going to be doing a lot of education, a lot of teaching, okay? We're going to kill it. We offer an essentials course. Basically, it's recommended to start out. It's very powerful. It has 11 classes to it, and it teaches you how to write your first deal. It gives you all the basics and the fundamentals. So if you're just getting started, it's a great place to start. It's not expensive at all. I think it's like $100 a month or something. And you can pay it off with learning to do flips and wholesales and write all the beginning stuff. Our advanced, very, very powerful. It's all in depth. It's a design curriculum designed for somebody that at a higher level that wants to go into maybe commercial, buying shopping strips or maybe multifamily units or office space. So it's a little higher level. So just keeping the subdivisions. I used to do subdivisions, okay, and build $1 million spec homes. So one of my real estate days. All right. So here's an example of what you're going to get. Tax and legal, credit management, self-directed IRAs. By the way, we do teach people how to bring their credit scores up. Mortgage acceleration, real estate foundations, real estate marketing, red flags. Really how to find the deals. All the software programs out there, and I know there's a ton of them. But do you know the best way to find a deal is to get in your car and drive through the neighborhoods? You think that's funny, right? Okay, when you see the lawn hasn't been mowed or the boards and the windows are there, all you have to do is run a property profile, look up the and find out if they have an NOD on it. It's that easy. It's not that difficult. Okay? What's hard is getting the people to talk to you. That's the hard part. Am I right, Frank? I'm right. Okay, all right. And Frank will teach you how to do that. Okay, Frank's the teacher on real estate. I'm the marketing guy. Okay, and Denise is the motivator. All right, here we go. All right, look at the investment strategies that you guys can learn, right? Auctions, buy and holds, commercial, fix and flips. Oh my God, investment properties, lease options. I just want to show you that it's really in-depth education. It's not some guru program that comes in like Verducci, it promises you a big dinner and gives you a frickin' box of lunch. And then he sells you a $2,000 program. Then you got to show up for his weekend warrior program. And by the time you get out of there, he's got you for $65,000. I hate the guy. Flip San Francisco. Flip this. Okay. The guys show up with dirty Levi's and dirty shirts. It was ridiculous. I went to it, by the way. Okay. So look, group coaching is very important. One-on-one coaching is very important. Live classes, monthly workshops, plugging into a team, weekly study groups, daily webinars, seminars. Every Wednesday at 12 noon, I'll give you the number. You can write it down. You can plug into my training. Every Wednesday at 12 noon. Here's the number, 855, write it down, 855-827-2400. Is that cool? You don't need an access number or anything like that. If you Google our group on Facebook and you can join that, you're going to find that people are going to start putting deals there. We're going to build a community on that Facebook page. You'll have your live broadcasting. All you do is go on Facebook and you Google Make Money Now Real Estate Investors. And then put an invitation in, and I think if you smile at Denise, she'll approve you, right, Denise? Yeah? Okay. And that Facebook group's going to be very powerful. Yes?
Repeat the number again.
855-827-2400. Okay. All right, we got 60, through the Renatus, we got 60 training facilities throughout the United States. Our goal is to put 100 more out there. And again, it's separate than our Meetup group. This is a whole, we're in addition to that. Okay. Frank already covered that. This is where Renatus is right now. I've been involved with a lot of huge growth companies, and they have gone to $1 billion. I was a consultant to a couple of them. Okay, and I designed a lot of their marketing programs and a lot of their digital marketing programs. But I want you to see where the growth is with the Renatus. Right, we're an Inc. 5000 company. We're very close to breaking the Inc. 1000 fastest growing companies in the United States. But we're at the formulation stage. We're sort of at the compression stage right now. But watch what happens. As it grows up and we establish leadership and we establish more of these training centers and the company grows. Give you an example. Last year they had 1,000. You know, at our nationals when I went there. This year they're anticipating 1,500. They already sold out. And it's going to be in March. Isn't that crazy? So it had a 50% growth already. Wow. So here's what's happening. You're right here. We're about 25 million. Here's where we're going to hit the billion mark. And this company's on its way. So timing is everything right now in this company. More and more people are interested in what we call affordable education, not this $65,000 stuff. I'm telling you the truth. Okay? All right, I know I'm going fast. Transactional income. That's when you exchange your time for dollars. When you sell our educational package, we're going to pay you anywhere from $1,000 up to $10,000 per educational program. Serious, think about that for a minute. Your check's going to be as high as $10,000. I've had some $20,000, $30,000 months just recommending and referring these educational programs. That's pretty serious money, don't you think? Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's not cheap money. Okay, residual income comes when you can create a sales team and start mentoring them. You're going to see this in a minute. They pay you huge bonuses. I brought people in for a couple grand. They went through our educational processes. You know, about 50% of those people started upgrading. I made over $29,000 on the upgrades. I'm going to show you how I did it. Is that pretty cool? How'd you like to have a $29,000 a month helping somebody, mentoring them and teaching them what we're teaching you tonight? Would that be cool? Anybody can use $29,000. How about doing 5 of those your first year? That's $150,000, right? Would that give you a little cash flow to invest in some of these properties? Yeah. Okay. So you don't have to be begging for money. All right, we have to make this disclaimer to you. Obviously, you know we can't promise you income. You know that some people are going to do very well, some people are not. All right, but you gotta. We promise you that if you implement our strategies, that you're going to have some level of success. We just can't tell you what it is, okay? Because you have to be part of that. Does it make sense? Okay, so we're not making any promises here. We're not attorneys, we're not CPAs, so we got to make that disclosure to you. If you're going to do a transaction or a deal, we recommend you highly go through an attorney and a CPA and do it right. Okay, we don't want any shortcuts here. All right. Purchase 1 essentials and sell 2. You become what we call a 1-star. You make $1,000. Isn't that cool? Okay, per sell forever. It's a pretty good little commission check, right? Sell about 10 of those a month. How much are you making? Run a meetup group and see how many people you sign up in a month. It's not that difficult, right? You sell an extreme combo. You buy the course and you sell 2. It pays for itself. It's a $20,000 course, but look what happens. $10,000 per sell, you know, per sell forever. Is that pretty cool? Yeah. Okay, so it's very serious money. Okay, let's go on. So here's the 4 facets of income. We pay you money on selling our products, 50% on anything that you sell, and we help you do that. Otherwise, you find them, you find us, we close the deals for you. How's that cool? We give you the marketing systems. We give you 7 marketing funnels right here, okay, in this book right here. And I'm going to, you know, I can't go over it all tonight, but I will be teaching it as we go along. So you got 7 marketing funnels here. And by the way, I'm going to teach you social media marketing. Right here, you've got videos on Founders Overview, how to create cash flow, funding, and wealth. It's all on a CD. All you have to do is hand that to somebody, stick it in a DVD. The reviews of people on okay, that are actually got this DVD, they love it. They love it. I got people calling me, begging me to spend more time with them. I had to shut it down. I had 300 leads come in December. I couldn't even talk to anybody. I had to shut it down. How many guys have that problem? How many guys would like to have that problem? Okay, just want to make sure. Okay, income from mentoring other people. It's the only company, and I write these comp plans for companies, I used to. I've never seen a company pay as high as they do to train somebody else. Can you imagine that you can make $19,000 mentoring somebody? That's crazy. Do you guys get $19,000 at your place when you work, when you help somebody else? No. You mentor somebody? You don't get that at Fremont Bank? Come on. Do you get anything? You get a gold star? You get mentioned, right? So if we get you guys some business because of these HELOCs alone, would you like to learn a little bit about real estate investing and creating wealth and passive income? Would that be cool? Is that a good collaboration? Absolutely it is, okay? All right, income from mentoring others and selling our products. 5% overrides once you develop your team, and then when they upgrade, because some people come in and can't afford it, and they upgrade, they earn the income, and they go up the ladder, which is a really cool deal with us. You get paid on the upgrades. Oh my God, it's crazy. So how would you like to earn 50% profits on what you write on each order of 3 products? Would that be cool? 50%. The company shares it with you. They split it with you like a joint venture. Okay, here it is. If you look at the bottom here, Essentials sells for $1,997. We pay you $1,000 every time you sell one. We even have the financing that goes with it. How crazy is that? If you look at the what we call the advanced program, that's an intermediate program, sells for $7,994. We pay you $4,000 every time you sell one. And any time you want to sell the what we call the extreme combo, and by the way, you pay that price one time, and we never charge you again. And we upgrade these courses every year because of marketing volatility and because of regulations. $10,000. Okay, now I got really good at selling that extreme combo because I like those big $10,000 checks. How many of you guys would like the $10,000 checks, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm not selling you, but that's pretty good money. Okay, so make income from selling our products. You sell an Essentials $1,000, Advanced Combo $4,000, the Extreme Combo $10,000. Now I'm going to tell you something crazy. It takes just as much effort to sell the Extreme as it does what we call the Essentials. And yet that's 10 times more in income. Why is it? Because people don't have the belief systems, they don't have the confidence, they don't have the faith, and they go out there and they peddle the lowest thing because they think somebody's going to buy that. And the reality of it, the value, investors want to make money, and the real value comes with a higher education. How many of you guys know what the law of the lid is? I taught that today. Okay, you guys who are on my call know what the law of the lid is, right? The law of the lid limits you in terms of your knowledge and your thinking. When you have more knowledge and you break open the lid, what happens is you go beyond yourself, right? You step outside your comfort zone. You start taking a little more risk. And you start engaging. And a little bit of success leads to a little success, and all of a sudden you're the architect of your life and things are changing in your life because now you're living life by design and not by what other people think or what you think. Is that cool? How many of you guys want to break the law of the lid? Break through that lid, right? Okay, it's a very powerful concept. Okay, I learned that from John Maxwell, who teaches leadership. Okay, make income mentoring others. We covered that. Here's your overrides, $1,000, $400, and $1,000. Every time you train somebody and they sell the Extreme Combo, you make $1,000. How many of you guys would like to have 10 people selling Extremes every month in your business? Would that be a lot of fun? Yeah. If you could build it up. How many people are interested in learning real estate today? And maybe struggling a little bit financially? A lot of people. Okay. All right. How many people can retire in society today? Seriously, how many? What's the percentage? You guys know what the percentage is? You guys at the banks know it, right? What is it, man? 3%.
Retire?
People can retire and have enough assets to live on until they die. 3% in our country. That's amazing. We don't think about it until you get my age. Then you got to talk fast because then you run out of breath and you got to go home and sleep. Okay. Make income from upgrades, $3,000. $9,000. Anytime that anybody upgrades. See, I brought them in for $2,000. I taught them the basic essentials. They started working with us. All of a sudden, they're out there doing their wholesales and their bird dogs. And they make a little bit of money. And guess what happens after that? They upgrade to the Extreme. And every time they upgrade to the Extreme, I make $9,000. Is that cool? I had one guy just call me and says, I'm going to upgrade. I said, you don't have them. He says, yeah, I got 3 credit cards I'm going to put it on. I said, are you serious? You make money from direct sales, qualifying sales, overrides, and upgrades. So you have 4 facets of income. How many of you guys get paid more than one where you work now? More? You only get paid once? Maybe twice a week? No, twice a month? Okay, yeah. I like this one better. I like 4 times better than 1 time, don't you? All right, so let's review again. You make money from direct sales, qualifying sales, overrides. Here's what it looks like. This is a little simple chart. Let's look at the extreme. Let's think big. It takes just as much energy to dream big as it does small, right? Okay, let's look at the big stuff. I don't like the little stuff anyway. All right, here you go, $20,000. You make $10,000 when you sell that. When you help somebody else sell it, you make $9,500. To get qualified as what we call a 5-star in our business, you help 2 people sell that product, and you're making $19,000. So that one $10,000 sale, along with your mentoring and helping somebody else sell too, and you make another $19,000, that's $29,000. How many of you guys would return the phone call if you knew you're going to make $9,500? Right? Usually I call them too much. We got to get going. I'm too old. I can't wait. We got to get going. Right? Do I push a lot, Frank? A little bit. 5% overrides. Oh my God, I love the overrides. And then when they upgrade, I get another $9,000. Oh my God, Christmas was really good to me. Okay, when you become a 5-star qualified extreme level, you will help one other person to be qualified. You make $29,000. How many 5-stars in here tonight? Oh my God, look at that. There's what, 4 of us? Oh, and you can't say it doesn't work. Okay. 10,000 1-stars. How many 1-stars? Can't say it doesn't work. Okay. All right, you sell an X combo, you get paid $10,000. Let's say you sell one to Paul. Then you help Paul sell one to Karen, you make another $9,500. And then you help Paul sell one to Bill. Make another another $9,500. That's $29,000. How simple is that? You buy the course, you sell it too, you're on your way. How hard can that be? And then you're selling real estate at the same time? Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to skip that one because I'm running out of breath. All right, here's what I call the 5-star strategy. Remember, we got a 5-star opportunity? This is the 5-star strategy right here. Your first year, if you purchase the Extreme Combo by opening up a credit line, right? You go talk to Fremont people, okay, and pay it off using Velocity Banking by flowing your income. And I'll actually, next week, Frank, you're going to teach wholesaling. What are you going to teach next week? Or, I mean, the week after. I want to teach Velocity Banking. Okay. All right, I want to show it to you in detail. All right. $20,000, you pay it off using Velocity Banking by flowing your income through your credit line. The interest payments charged to your line at 9.25% are only $150 a month. Did you get that? $20,000 worth of education, $150 a month, and you pay it off through your equity line. Now watch what happens. And you can, okay, when you enroll 7 extremes your first year, income from the first 2 cells, $1,000. Income from the sale of the next 5, you don't understand that yet. The first 2 means that you had to qualify, you had to give it up to your mentor because he's mentoring you and teaching you. But the next 5, you make $50,000. The income from qualifying those 5 people, you make another $95,000. That's $146,000 your first year. Now I will lay that plan of action out for you. I am on that track. Is that pretty cool? Now, I've only been doing this 9 months. Is that pretty cool? Okay, I like it. All right. So pick your desired income. We'll work with you to develop your personal plan of action. We'll give you 7. Okay, we'll give you the book here. Okay, 29, what is it, 39 pages. Everything that you need to know about building the business. Now here's what's really great. I got a whole section in here of how to do social network on LinkedIn. Now, what you don't know is I wrote a bestseller called 7 Fast Ways to Connect on LinkedIn. It went viral in a day. Do you get that? Go look the book up. It's in Kindle. It's called 7 Fast Ways to Connect on LinkedIn. I have over 14,000 followers on LinkedIn. I have a following of over 220,000 people that follow my educational programs. Is that pretty cool? Do you think I might be able to help you with social media? Yeah. So how many guys are going to go find me on Amazon? How many? Any guys going to go find me on Amazon? Yeah? It's so simple when you understand a little bit about branding and the brand messages and everything else. All right, we got a couple more minutes here. If you come to work with us, if you really join us and really want to build this, I want you to fill out your goal sheets. I'm going to ask you to tell me tell me what your goal is as far as your desired net worth. Why? Because if you just do transactions after transactions, you just get in the flips and you'll start making $100,000, $200,000 a year. Everybody really does it seriously. But then you're stuck in that. And there's no way out of that. Okay, I got guys right now on my team that are doing it and they're stuck. It's like a job. But when you come over here and you start investing in it and you start owning a shopping strip and you own about 4 or 5 different rentals and all of a sudden you got $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 worth of cash flow coming in, then your life has changed. It's different. You have residual passive income. Are you guys with me there? You've got to build a balance sheet with this or it's just, why are you doing it? Okay, so the balance sheet is very important. How many guys have a net worth over $1 million in here? How many guys got a net worth over $3 million here? How many guys got a net worth over $5 million? I think you should talk to me. Seriously. Let's build a network together. Would that be okay if we do it together? And we're partners, and we have our inner circle, and we go out there and we buy a office building, a shopping strip. Would that be cool? Yeah, of course it would. Okay, here's all you do. You know what it costs to get going this? $125. How many guys have 125 bucks? Yeah, it's easy. Everybody does, right? You select one of the educational courses based on your finances and your desire to learn. You go through our marketing and training qualifications. You develop your marketing plan. You start selling, right? Making money selling our products. You start building up your liquidity. You start working with Frank and I and Denise and other investors in here, and you start doing deals, right? You plug into a local real estate investment team, which is Make Money Now Real Estate Investors, and then that's it. You're ready to go. So here's the struggle. It's in the decision. Okay, now be honest with me. On a scale of 1 to 10, how many guys have an interest level to know more and say that you would rank it at level 5 or more? On a scale of 1 to 10, how many guys would have an interest level to know more? Okay, hold your hand up. Okay, give them the CDs, the ones that hold their hands up, the DVDs.
All right.
Hand out the DVDs so those guys. Just mark the names down and put it down. Okay, here you go. Now there's 3 videos here. Founders Overview, Create Cash Flow, and Funding and Wealth, okay? All right. Okay, so pass out the DVDs. All right, now be honest. On a scale of 1 to 10, anybody at a level 7 would like to know more at a level 7. All right, hold your hands up because you guys get the books.
So if you could hold your hands up, that would really help me out.
Okay. You guys hold your hands up because you guys get the book.
Just do it on the back.
Okay. How many guys enjoyed it tonight? How many guys coming back? Okay. I didn't scare you away, Nick? I like you new beginners.